Hey, first graders, welcome back to Creative Literacy. Today, I wanted to spend a little bit of time talking about how we can improve our haikus. I'm really proud of everybody. You've been writing some really great haikus, and I love that when I count out your syllables, they are spot on. We're doing the 5-7-5. But that's not all there is to haiku writing. I mean, that's very important. That's what makes it a haiku. But there are some things that I wanted to highlight today that you can use to improve your haiku writing, and you can also use to improve your writing in general. So the first thing I want to do when you sit down to write your haiku is brainstorm. Pick a topic. Typically, Japanese haikus, are written about nature, so that's a good place to start. You can think of nature and animals, and then make a list of words that go with that topic. So you want to think of something like spring. We can write words like blooming, flowers, trees, colors, colorful. List all of those words. Then circle the words that you really like and that you want to include in your poem. Now, if you want to get a little bit more narrow, you can make your big topic just trees, or maybe a particular tree in your backyard. So sit, look at that tree, and make a list of words that go with the tree. And then you can start to write your haiku. Stay on topic. So if you're writing about that tree, don't start writing about your house or going swimming or playing in a pool. You want to make sure that you're focused on that one topic. Try to use some synonyms. Synonyms are words that are the same. So if you're talking about a really hot summer day, you can use words like scolding, um, uh, synonyms for hot: scolding. I'm having a moment, but let's do cold. Cold, freezing, frigid. So think of words that are different so that you can use some different words in your haiku. Try to paint a picture with your words. Make sure that you are showing, not telling. So, an important part of poetry in general is that you are showing the listener, you're painting that picture in their head, and you're not just telling them what you want them to be thinking about. Second, and this is a really great way to show, not tell, is use figurative language. So, the first figurative language I just want to quickly go over with you is some onomatopoeia. We've actually talked about onomatopoeia before. Onomatopoeia is a word that is also a sound. So, things like boom, sizzle, pop. This is a great cheat if you're writing a haiku and you're short, like one syllable. So last year, my first graders, they would get to that 7-syllable one and they'd always be short one syllable. And they'd be like, it's 6, not 7. What do I do? A great thing to do is just add a little bit of onomatopoeia at the end. So if I have my haiku and I'm writing about fireworks, so, like, I'm painting a picture of 4th of July. I could write something like fireworks in the night. That's 6 syllables. I need that 7-syllable, so I can do boom. Fireworks in the night, boom. Perfect. Now I have 7 syllables. So I just kind of used onomatopoeia to get me to that 7th syllable. Personification. You can use personification. That's giving objects human-like qualities. So I said inanimate objects, so things like lamps and chairs. You can use animals and nature too. Things, an example would be leaves dancing in the wind. So leaves dancing in the wind. That's another one. That's only 6 syllables. So maybe use personification and onomatopoeia, and you can say swirl or whirl or whoosh. So leaves dancing in the wind, swirl, or tap, some kind of sound word. The other thing you can do, another figurative language that you can add to your poetry, is a simile. That's when we're comparing like or as, or we're comparing things using the words like or as. So you can say, I'm as loud as a lion, and that would help. You can also say things like, the tree is as tall as a giant. Just to give your readers a more exciting way to describe what you're talking about. Another way that we can improve our poetry, and this is something you should be doing all the time anyway, is check your poem. Read your haiku out loud. Read it to someone. Have an older brother or sister check your poem for you. Count the syllables. Go back. Check your brainstorming list. Did you use all those great words that you wanted to use? Can you add them in somewhere? Another thing to keep in mind is that mystery is good, but confusion is not. So, boys and girls, that last week we read Guess Who Haiku, and you had to use what the author was saying to guess the animal the haiku was about. And then I challenged you to write some haikus where you would guess the animal. So that was like the mystery. I wasn't sure if you were talking about a giraffe or a lion or an antelope. But based on your poem, I could solve the mystery. Now, if you're talking about a bunch of different things and it doesn't make sense and you're just confusing your reader, that's not good. So there's a thin line between confusion and mystery, and we want to make sure that we're walking that thin line. And it's not always easy. That's why we have to reread and think about what we're writing. Finally, a couple of ways to publish your poem. So you can jazz it up. You can write it in crayon and then watercolor over it, and that would make a beautiful piece that you could hang on a wall, or it could spend some time on your fridge for a couple of weeks. It could be a gift for Mother's Day. Maybe, that's a great idea. Maybe you want to write a mom haiku and use crayon and watercolor and give that to mom for Mother's Day. Another thing that you could do Okay, another thing, good, it's back. Oh, it keeps disappearing. Another thing that you could do, let's go back. Why does my cursor keep disappearing? Okay, so we don't need this yet. Another thing you can do is on readwrite.org, and that's on my slide. If you go to Read, Write, Think, Write Interactive, give it a second to come up. This is a way that'll help you kind of go through that process. You need to get Adobe Flash Player, so you're just going to click on that and allow it. This is an interactive way on the computer to go through that brainstorming process. So it's going to bring you to a prompted screen like this. You can put your name in. So I'm going to put Miss Mastro and then start. Okay, we talked about this brainstorming. Write down all those words that you want to brainstorm. So I want to do fireworks. I want to do sizzle, boom, boom. I want to write red, white, and blue because we're talking about 4th of July. Fireworks are very loud. So let's try and think of a synonym for loud. I'm going to put loud here, but I'm going to think. Okay, so then we go next. So then actually it generates all of your brainstorm words here. You can go ahead and write your poem. So I'm just going to write a quick poem to show you what we can do. So, sparkles in the night, sparkle in the night. Okay, sparkle in the night. That's 5. And then light up the sky. Light up the sky. How about lighting? Lighting up the sky. How about crack? Boom. So I used 2 onomatopoeias to get me where I want to be. Sparkle in the night, lighting up the sky, crack, boom. And I'll tell you the truth, I'm actually very afraid of fireworks. I don't know why. I can't control my fear over fireworks. So maybe I will write something like close my eyes, or can't help but close eyes. I don't know. Maybe I don't want to write about my fear of fireworks. But anyway, so let's just say I wrote can't help but close eyes. But close eyes. Okay, so that's my haiku. So now I press next and it generates my poem right here. I can change my fonts. You can change the background. Can keep it all different ways. Okay. Then we finish. You can save it, save final, send, or print. So I'm just going to, for the sake of argument, save it. It's going to save to my files. Okay, we're going to use it later. Okay, so another thing that I want to show you today is after you watch this video and then you listen to the story that I'm going to put in here also. There's a story that I want you to listen to. You're going to publish a haiku to a Google slide. So let's say I'm in Mrs. Liebrecht's class. Now, boys and girls, this is a new idea I have. It may be a disaster, but we're going to give it a try because what's the worst that could happen, right? I mean, if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, but I want you to try. So go to Liebrecht Haiku, and it's going to take you to a slideshow. When you get to this document, you're going to be able to edit it. You're going to be able to change it. I want you to find your slide. The slides are going to generate over here. So you're going to see our first slide, which is Liebrecht Haikus, and then you'll see Kyle's slide. I think Mayana is after Kyle. You're only going to go to your slide. So if you're not right here, you're going to have to grab this and scroll down to find your slide. So I'm going to pretend to be Dylan for a second. So I clicked on Dylan's slide. I'm going to type my haiku right in here. Okay, so you're going to click, you're going to type. You can change the size. You can change the font. You can even change the color. I don't care. Make your slide the way you want to make your slide. Now, let's say that I went to readwrite.org and I made my haiku on there. Do you have to do that? No, absolutely not. You do not have to do that. But if you did, you could put it into your slide. I'm pretty sure. So like if I go to my drive, let's see how this works. It's going to come up here. It should be my recent. Let's see if it works. No, I don't see it. My drive? I mean, I saved it as a PDF. I might have to go to the computer, not to my drive. So let's go to insert, image. Whoops. Uh-oh. What I do. Hold on. There it is. Oh my goodness. I think it's because I'm recording that this is so slow. So upload from, oh my goodness. Come on. Insert, upload from computer. I don't know why that's there. Let's try one more time. So I'm going to go to insert, image, upload from computer. Okay, good. It's working. Hopefully my PDF is right at the top where it's supposed to be. Uh-oh. Senior Sassers is here and he's causing destruction and mayhem. Okay. Recent. No. Downloads. No. My files. Come on. Images. No. All right. Well, anyway, you would find it and you would bring it up. Hopefully, you have better computer skills than I do. You don't have to, though. Okay. So you would just type your poem in here. So I could do my poem about fireworks. Just type it in. Okay, the way that this is going to work best is if you only mess with your slide and your slide only. Okay, that should work. If you have any problems, please email me. I can help you out. If you really can't figure this out and you are super frustrated, I don't want anybody to stress out about it. So if you really are having trouble with it, don't worry. You can just go down here and do a choice board like we have been doing and put it on Flipgrid. This is just kind of something new. I wanted to try and see if we could get it to work. Okay, boys and girls, I hope that you can implement some of these new ideas into your poem writing and your haiku writing. And until next time, I miss you guys and I hope that you're doing great. And I can't wait to see your poems on the slideshow. And I can't wait to see your Flipgrid videos. Underneath this link will be a link to Dog Coo. Dog Coo is a really fun story about a dog. And it's written entirely in haiku. It's going to be read by a little girl. So I think that that'll be nice for you guys to hear someone else talk besides me. Have a great day, and I will see you guys soon. Bye.